There you go. That should be working now. Spot the on. There you go. Oh, so how we all doing? No worries, Bella. No worries at all. You lurk away. I'm gonna be doing some bits and pieces. Famous last words. But yeah, hope we're all doing well with whatever we are planning on doing. Famous last words. Trying to be productive. Oh, nice, nice. Always interesting to try new things. Sometimes you may not have the time to do it, as in do the game afterwards, but it's always cool to just dabble and try different things. Always an interesting time. It's fine, Silver. I do apologise I wasn't able to chat, but it did look like you were able to have some fun, and to my knowledge you done pretty well with the painting competition, to my knowledge. I was kind of here, there and everywhere, but yeah, it was lovely to see that you and your other half were seeming to have a lovely time, which is good, which is very, very good. Let me just make sure all my stuff is running nice and smooth. But yes, the crux of the matter is I am revamping everything, restructuring everything. That's good. Good. The main thing is you had an enjoyable time. That was the main part of it. You enjoyed yourself. Alright? You and the partner had a good time. That's the honest truth. That's, you know, what I would love to actually hear. And, you know what I mean. Words aren't that easy. But yeah, that's the main thing, is making sure people had an enjoyable time. Retcon edition of Halo. Oh yes, Halo board games. 9 times out of 10, from my experience of seeing people play it, and you know, let's plays and battle reports and stuff like that, they do seem to be pretty darn good. From what, as I said, the limited exposure I've had to it, even though I do enjoy Halo, I played it an awful lot when I was younger. Awful lot. Let's make sure. Yeah. And painting, yeah, those Dark Angels went together lovely. Glad to hear. So, nice clips, bit of a blade and sand, and you're all good. That's the main thing. That is the main thing. I think we are all good. I'm just switching off a few things. I have zero history with the franchise, but yeah, gameplay was great, solid, and don't have to expand it if I don't. Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I couldn't fault. I couldn't fault it. Like, I genuinely, from when I've played little bits and pieces of it, because I played a little bit of it, at Salute. Yeah, it was this year. The Halo game, which is based on the Halo Arena from the multiplayer. It was quick and snappy and just to the point. It was a lot of fun, which is great. Like, all jokes aside. So, let us show you. I think we'll keep it on this screen. So yes, hope everyone's been having a good weekend so far. I get a bit spun out with the day somewhat, don't get me wrong. Usually not working Friday, except for working at home on a Friday, family and stuff like that, does throw me out. So it does make it feel odd. So I keep thinking, oh, today's Sunday. It's like, no, it's Saturday. So, just keeping everyone in the loop, I am restructuring the social media. I'm restructuring what I'm doing. Okay? So it's then structured, something consistent, something manageable. Alright? So, I have gone along and I have restructured the old Discord. So yeah, I've restructured it. Pardon me, try not to belch too much. This is basically what it's going to be like. So, is there a way? We'll keep it nice and easy. So, basically, I've got the community hub. Why is that? Why? That's fine. It is what it is. No. Don't need to apologise. Don't need to apologise, mate. Don't need to apologise at all. So, let's restructure this a wee bit. Get it into a nice window for you lovely, lovely lots. Okay. There you go. So, got it restructured for ease of navigating and people chatting to one another. Alright, so the thing is, like Corvus has said, he's had a few games of Halo and stuff like that. So that would then go into how the Discord's been restructured. Alright, so I kept it really, really straightforward now. You've got the community hub, welcome, announcements, rules and info, practices, best practices, stuff like that, affiliate links, support desk. If people have any issues or anything like that, they can go here and ask. Myself and moderators can then communicate back. Meetups, so anything that is in the pipeline for meetups and things like that, we can use this. Alright, content, so when I go live on Twitch, YouTube content, community plugs, so if you've got stuff on blogs, videos, streams, XYZ, you can put it in here. General chat, general discussions, day-to-day chat, greeting each other, having a chinwag in here. Hobby lounge, off-topic fun, memes and casual chatting. Mental health safe space, if you want to just anything mental health, being supportive, respectful area you can chat about in here. Pets and life, pets, food, travel, enjoyable things, feel good. And then gaming grotto, this is where you can organise to play your video games with people and stuff like that. And this is where I hopefully, when I start to play maybe Vermintide or Space Marine or anything like that, I can line up with lovely, lovely people in the community. Then you've got the Hobby Forge. Work in progress. Finished models. Terrain / crafting. So this is scenery, boards, artwork and other crafts. showcase it in here. Hobby tips. If you're asking for advice or anything like that, you can go in here. Your hobby setups. Alright. And 3D printing. Anything 3D printing goes in here. Gaming grounds. Gaming setup. So this is your actual gaming boards when you have games and stuff with people. Alright. You can showcase it in there. Famous last words. Battle reports. This is if you've had battles, skirmishes, role play, whatever. Pardon me. And you've taken photos of it. You've done recordings of it. You've done a video of it. Whatever. You can throw it in there. Campaigns and maps. If you're working on crusade, narrative maps, story campaigns, things like that, throw it in there. If you're then going off to events, tournaments, Warhammer World, whatever, you're going to gaming events or expos or conventions, tournament, whatever, you can throw it in there. Alright. Then the gaming hubs, I've set them up. I still need to finish a little bit off here, but they are forum set up. So you got armies, you got skirmish, and you got roleplay and narrative. Nice and easy. You want to talk about 40k? You can talk about it in here. You want to talk about Necromunda? You can talk about it in here. You want to talk about Stargrave? You can talk about it in here. Really nice and straightforward. Media and content. This is stuff like sneak peek behind the scenes of stuff I'm working with people. I can put it in here. Clips and highlights. So if you lot are watching the streams and you clip something, you find it's funny or whatever, post a link to it in here. Why not? Content discussion. So this is where I can then talk to you lot, ask for feedback. You can talk to me about stuff, about future content and ideas. Voice channels, nice and easy. General, hangout, gaming. So if you're, want to chat with people while you're gaming in the community, you can do. I'm going to change that to there you go. Nice and easy. Then I've got membership side. So that's if you're a subscriber, a member, a Patreon, you get access to that. And then moderators. So if you're a moderator, this is where we communicate in there. Done. Really, really nice and straightforward. And I do hope it helps it actually be utilised. Because obviously I haven't been that active on it because of personal things going on. Things happen. But I do think I've been able to give it a bit of a kick up the bum and get it revitalised. He says, famous last words. And greetings. There you go. Nice and straightforward. He says, famous last words. So, just thought I'd just have a bit of a chinwag, catch up with you lovely lot, see how you're all doing, while I hopefully sort out maybe some thumbnails. Because what I wouldn't mind trying to do is streamline the thumbnails and get them better. So what I'm going to do, save as, let's try, because I'm trying to get them to just be easier to view. Famous last words. I'm using Photoshop. It's an old Photoshop. Very old Photoshop. I want to See if I can do something in a minute. I got like images and image sources that I can try and use. No, I don't have Apple. I used to many years ago when I was doing graphics way back when. But yeah, I haven't really gone near Apple since. I think I got this as a free copy many moons ago. Many moons ago. Image resources. God almighty, I got really old stuff from way back when. I've been doing YouTube for so long and stuff. I've got so much random like files and stuff just built up. I've got random textures. All sorts. What should we have as a nice background? You need to come up with an... Oh, trust me. I've got an organised system. It's just so many years old. Like, trust me, I have an organised system. I'm being blunt now, I do. But, it's just trying to plan it out. You know what I mean? But, 'tis what it is. Things happen in time, don't they? You gotta take it. You gotta take it as it comes. You gotta take it as it comes. What kind of background are people thinking of? No, that doesn't work. Don't worry about that. That doesn't really sing out to me. Because the crazy idea I got. Oh, yeah. So this is going to be a thumbnail. I'm testing out with Batman first. But this is the kind of thing I would like going with all the thumbnails. Alright. So you get like a nice big catchy image on the left hand side. Or the right. You know. Personally I go for the left. But I know some people go for the right. And then I have the text on the opposite side. Yes, yeah, I'll be wanting to change that. It's more of a placeholder, isn't it? But yeah, it's just trying to, that will help people visual denote that. Yes, like, so this one here is for the latest video that went live today about being proactive and being like, you know, you want to download the stuff. I would say make a template file for each kind of video you want and use that as a base. Yeah. To put it politely, there you go. I got one for 3D printing. Oh yeah, beginner's guide, bolt action, Bushido channel, conversation, Batman discussion, drop fleet, fantasy, Grey Tide, Templars, Horus Heresy, hobby tips, members only. I got a lot of different ones, but it's just trying to streamline it. Yeah, trust me, I've been doing this a wee while. I learnt a few rudimentary skills out of it. But yeah, it's just trying to figure out how I want it framed. Because, I don't know why, the banner thing along the top, I like the banner, but also I don't like it at the same time. It's really awkward and annoying. if that makes sense. Not too sure what I'm going to do. That's why I'm doing this kind of video anyway, so I can kind of talk to you lot and just chinwag away and sound like an absolute loon at the same time. Dooba 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 doo. Well, actually, let's go on the good old YouTubes. If I could guarantee I would be able to work all the time, I would just do the thumbs for you. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Absolutely fine. But yeah, that's the kind of thumbnail I got going at the moment. For me personally, I don't like having me in the thumbnail. I just don't like it. I'm like, I don't know why. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's an interesting one. It is an interesting one of trying to figure out how should I lay out the thumbnails. You know what I mean? It's should I have the text bigger? Say, for example, should I have the text bigger and then the image smaller or something? I don't know. Because, gonna be blunt, I don't really make next to no money on YouTube and stuff, so you know, I'm not like one of these big ones that kind of has quite a bit of money coming in so they can have an editor and all this and all that. So it's kind of like, to be honest, and this is just me, I ignored the click. Oh yeah, it's more with the thumbnails. I like the idea, that one there, instantly Superman. If that makes sense, I can just click straight away and go what it is. Yeah, I don't want clickbait at all. You know, it doesn't need to be clickbait or anything like that. Completely concur with that. But I know that is Cathay Total War, Warhammer, and things like that. That's the more I was trying to go by. As just a, you know, a crazy thought for it. He says. But yeah, I don't know. Because I know a lot more people. Oh, itchy back, I do apologise. I do know more people are just going for yeah, it's easy for people to view. I may have to go back, just needs tweaking. Yeah, I think maybe keeping the banner across the top may be a good idea, in all fairness. But potentially streamline it a bit. What do people think? That's too small. I think actually, one moment, I got a crazy thought. One moment, you lovely, lovely lot. Come on, come on. Hear me out. Come on, up to the top. Up to the top. I said up to the top. Up to the top. Cool, now. Don't worry, I'm going to change the hues and stuff in a minute. This is all more proof of concept more than anything, because stuff is getting changed. Stuff is getting changed. Select. No, 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 don't you dare. There you go. What on earth happened there? Why does it not like that? Oh, okay. Why is it doing that for? Because Jotun, am I able to talk about the odd conversations we've had? It's up to you, good sir. So, me and Jotun have been chatting, pardon me, trying not to belch, about, you know, bits and pieces, and, seeing about, you know, plans going forward, and, you know, just structuring stuff, basically, the long and short of it. and going from there. Yeah, I'm just kind of struggling for trying to convey it across. That I could use this as a template, because I kind of like what I was using before, but also I kind of wasn't. Not gonna lie. Let's see if we can get something better for you lot. Yeah, let's keep it like that. Yeah, we'll see what that's like. Hopefully that's a bit better for you lot. Oh God. How does... wrong button. I don't know if that helps. This is a difficult one. I think I'm making this harder on myself. One moment. I'm making this a lot harder on myself. So if I get rid of that. Let's get rid of I'll probably be changing the image, don't get me wrong, but oh god. Pardon me. I do apologise. Let's try. But so say for example, I got a crazy thought. I saw Varak's thumbnail and it's quite iconic the way he does his thumbnails. So bear with me. So this is more generic because the idea I've now came up with is this will be a template and I'll save one for each thing that I'm going into. So I'll save a template for Batman, save a template for Old World, there's a template for Drop Fleet, and what I'm thinking of doing is the logo or whatever for said playlist will be at the top of the text. Discussion one will be an interesting one because that's kind of something I would need to create myself. But yeah, that's the kind of thing I was thinking of, because then I'd have like Batman miniatures game there. and then have that like underneath it. Is that... So this still needs a bit of fine tuning, don't get me wrong. Because then drop fleet will be there. If I'd done a video on insert game system, it will go there, and then the image goes beside it. Hopefully that's starting to make sense. Because I think that'd be better than having the logo, it'd be something else. Pardon me. It's one of these things that when, you know, when you're painting up your miniatures or doing any craft, there's always a messy part. Do you need a disclaimer about using... not for that kind of stuff. You only need disclaimers if you were... if I was trying to actually sell it, if that makes sense. That's why, for example, TT Combat have it that you could download their logo as a source straight from them. You go onto their community page and you can download it straight away. That's how you can see all these videos for Warhammer 40k or AOS with the logos in there, because of that reason. Basically, if a firm went around, a wargaming firm for example, went around and went, you can't use our logo in the thumbnail because it's IP infringement or blah blah blah, when they're making content on it, it's very frowned upon in a law and PR scenario. Unless the only time really Games Workshop have ever done that, to my knowledge, is with Arch. Arch, the YouTuber and content creator, because his whole how do you put it? His whole personality and stuff didn't sit well with them at all. So they had to actually step in and go, we don't want you doing anything with our product, jog on. Which is quite a big deal, to put it politely. I think I'm gonna have to actually create this text myself. Yeah, that's basically what it was. That's what it was. It was... Arch was... Well, to put it in retrospect, okay, you know Mike Moans is representing Rumble Slam an awful lot. You know, he could put Rumble Slam stuff like a logo or something like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, unless you are slapping that firm around left, right and centre, that's what it is. It's there's an actual logistical legal term for it. Not so much freedom of speech, it was something else. Because it's in the public sector, and I'm not making out I sell night model stuff, I'm fine to use that iconography in social posts to talk about their product. That's probably the best way to actually explain it. That is most likely the... Let's try... I'm going to have to recreate these because for whatever reason the image for their logo isn't coming out that great, which is a shame. try and... Okay, let's see if I can get this working. Ah, that's not working either. But yeah, that's basically the long and short of it. Is, yeah, 100%. If I was going around and ripping into the firm left, right, and centre and all this and all that, that would not be seen in the best of light. Let's try this a minute. That won't work, that's fine. Oh. Doot. Yeah, trying to sort out a logo. Problem is I'm being a bit of a perfectionist right now, which is probably not helping matters. Let's try that. let's try this one. Nope. Come on. Let's try and cool. I think we've hopefully got something that I can work with now. No worries at all. No worries at all. Select inverse. There you go. I've actually overthought it. wrong button. Because that's the wrong kind of image. I got a crazy idea. Actually, a genuinely crazy idea. Let's see if I can make this work. So what I'm going to do, let's shrink it to about this size. I think I've figured something out. Okay. So, don't need that. Don't need that. Don't need that. Okay, so what was I doing? What was I doing? This here. Okay, so don't need that. Don't need that. So oh, this is going to be interesting. Pardon me. So now if I get this right, because let's have it a little bit. Why is it so hard? Alright, let's see how that looks a minute. There you go. View. So what's that for, like, thumbnails? So I can have a little logo there and go from that. What do people think of that? I want to have a little fiddle around the font a little bit more so it fills it out a bit more. Let's see if we can find a nice font. Pardon me. I did have one I used to use years ago. Let's see if we can do something with it. There you go. What do people think of that then? Let's just try that a minute. No. That one. No, wrong. I kind of like that. Because that would be quite straightforward to make a template out of for different things. Like, say, for example, bolt action. I would have the bolt action logo there. Drop fleet logo, and so on and so forth. Discussions. I probably want to have a avatar or a logo for that. And I do want the element of white, yellow, and black in there, or gold instead of yellow Cornish colours and stuff. Kelly? Kelly? Yeah? Could I have your input, please? Okay. Pardon me. Do apologise. I am streaming, just to let you know. Well, you remember I was saying about trying to redo the logos or thumbnails? That's the current design with the banner and stuff like that. What do you think of that one? I got the inspiration from that.
Yeah, but would they not get you for copyright for that?
Nope, because it's just a layout, sweetie. Because it kind of follows what other people have done in the past. We have like the text overlay in it. Okay. What do you think? Yeah. And then the thing is...
Here, get off my foot.
The thing is, it works well for templating that. So I could template that for Batman. I could template that for bolt action. I could template that for discussions, all sorts. Yes, Kiki, I know. You're excited. Your homies are home. Don't you look at mummy. You gave daddy cuddles. You can't look at mummy. Yes. I know. You may see Unky Robert tomorrow. You want to go pee-pees?
They've just gone out.
Okay.
Can you not do that?
Jotun says hello. She says hello back, bless her. But yeah, I think that may be the way to go. I do like that. Quite a bit. Because it's easy to template and work forward. We'll try another one in a minute. Let's close that down. Pardon me. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff. Oh, you know, I need to go through and start deleting old stuff. As I said, I've got tons of stuff on here. Tons and tons and tons of stuff. But yeah, hope we're all doing alright. Bit of a weird stream, I do acknowledge that. Thank you kindly. Yeah, I just want to... Yeah, it is easy to template. That's what I'm hoping for, Ewan. Is easy to template. And it's quite striking, if that makes sense. Just the skyline works better, I think. Sorry? Oh, sorry, my finger's really itchy. Do apologise. Oh, itchy head. Think I may have crashed the computer. see what these are like a minute. Oh, wrong button. There you go, blend that together, just make it kind of half match. I actually like the look of this. It'd be a bit of a shame that I didn't like the look of it if I've spent time on it, but I genuinely do. There you go. I'm actually happy with this. Pardon me. go. Wrong button. Go. But yeah, hope everyone's doing alright. Oh, itch. Oh, stop. Ah. Pardon me. Right, let's try and get a nice... What's everyone got planned for the rest of their weekend then? For their Sunday? Ah, no worries. Yeah, it sounds like a solid plan. Oh, I can't spell. I think that's them good to go, he says. Famous last words. There you go. But yeah, let's just show those a minute. There you go. So let's rename these a bit. Oh, actually, it's fine. So, it's simpler, but it works. Yeah, it's simpler, but it works. Kind of shocking. I'm happy about that. I'm gonna update the gonna update them a minute. But yeah, I need to go through and just archive all my old stuff away, basically. Go from there. I think that's all good to go. He says famous last words. But as I said, there is plenty in the pipeline to get updated and stuff. As I've said, me and Jotun are discussing stuff and getting things ball rolling. I'm going to be doing stuff like this in the meantime because this is stuff I can actually do. I do have an illustration kind of background back in the past with graphics, but I haven't really touched it in many years. So it's kind of slowly refreshing myself. Pardon me. But it'll be worth it in the end. It'll be worth it in the end. And I do think streamlining the thumbnails like that do make it look more professional. In my honest opinion, it does help make it look more professional. It's just going to be it's just going to take time. Which is easier said than done. It may involve me trying to take the photos again. Because they were saved on the Photoshop document, but I may have deleted the images off the Photoshop document. One can hope I hadn't. One can definitely hope. But it is going to be a tedious but necessary thing. What I'm probably going to do next is the drop fleet videos, drop fleet thumbnails, then the grey tie thumbnails, then the discussion thumbnails, and do them, and then the bolt action thumbnails, and do them in playlists, because there's no point me jumping back and forth between different videos. I might as well do it a playlist at a time and do it that way. But yeah, I'm pleased about that. I'm pleased about that. But thank you for joining me on this bit of a random stream of just chin wagging, but also showing a bit of the thought process behind it. I did have fun today stripping off paint off of resin miniatures. So I got Red Hood, Outlaw Red Hood, basically all but stripped off so I could be painting him. Pardon me. I did strip. No worries at all, good sir. Thank you for hanging around, very much appreciated. Got sorted out the League of Shadows chappies. But yeah, I need to actually go through. Alright, I'm going to be honest. A lot of blisters. I got a lot of blisters, let alone a lot of built models. Got even more. This has got some Lord of the Rings in it. It's got some bolt action in it, but I'd say half of it is Batman. Like, this is something I'm tempted to paint up for Halloween. It's Harley Quinn Bewitched. As a thing. For Christmas, I do want to. I'm hopefully getting hold of another model for like a following Christmas, because I only really want to paint one at a time. I got paramilitary Christmas Lobo, but there is a Christmas Joker who's like acting like the Grinch. He's coming out of a chimney. So this is something I'm tempted to paint up over Christmas. But I've been able to get hold of Dark Knight Trilogy set. So if any of you lot have ever watched the Dark Knight Trilogy, got hold of Lucius Fox, which I'm really quite pleased about that, because he wasn't the easiest to get hold of. Nor was he. The Batman on bike. He was a weird one to try and get hold of. So, been able to get hold of some bits and pieces, which I'm happy about. Like, they are very, very pretty models. They're very, very dynamic. There is one here that I want to paint up, but I am fearful of it. because I want to make sure I do it justice, because this is not an easy model to get hold of outright, even when they were producing it. This is the multiverse special Batman, and he's not a small model. To put in retrospect, that's your McFarlane edition Batman. Alright. He's on a 32 or 40mm base, something like that. This one is on a 60mm base. See the size of the packaging? Yeah, big boy. Alright, he's a big boy. But yes, as I said, I've got bolt action stuff to crack on with. Oh, there was also another one. I think I mentioned to Jotun about this one for Halloween down the line. There you go. Hopefully you can see it now in the image. It's the Halloween special one. It's where Batman Bruce Wayne gets turned into a vampire. It was a 3-part set. I would love to have got hold of the 3-part set, because then you have Batman Rocker, and you have the Grim Knight, who's in the alternate reality turns into a bit of the Punisher. He uses guns and stuff. So that Elseworld Batman. If I remember correctly, I got this for like a tenner on eBay. I just saw it and I threw a bid on it and I got it. I do have another duplicate blister somewhere that I do need to get rid of at some point. Oh yeah, that was an interesting one. Getting hold of Harvey Dent, White Knight, and Two-Face from Dark Knight Trilogy. But anyway, probably boring the snot out of you, lovely, lovely lot. As I said, there's plenty of stuff for me to crack on with, let alone all the stuff I already have. No worries, Jotun, no worries. But yeah, I am planning on getting stuff done. I've got stuff to build. So next week, maybe tomorrow evening, depending on how I am, me and the other half, and my brother. I'm taking my brother out as a treat. We're going to a little convention down our neck of the woods. Nothing big, but go out and about and spend a bit of a day out. Fingers crossed it goes nice and smoothly. But I do have a bunch of metal knight models to build. Thank you very much, Jotun. But yes, thank you all for coming along. I know it was a bit of a different stream, but fingers crossed we're going to have a bit of a normal stream going forward, building and painting and going from there. But we'll keep you updated of the work behind the scenes, of what's going on for updating. It's going to be quite big changes. Logos, themes, everything. Alright? And it's not going to be a 2-minute job. Not going to be a 2-minute job. But anyway, I'm waffling. I'm taking plenty of time. And we're just going to leave it there. And catch you in the next one, you lovely, lovely lot. If you're not already following me on, Twitch and YouTube, please, please, please do. We've got a revamped Discord, so you are more than welcome to join in. Trying to get that up and firing even more. More the merrier, more input, great. But anyway, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones, and I hope to catch you in the next one. Ta-ra for now.